What? What's going on? Get off there, Vasco. Oh, what the heck? Let's see if we can shake him off. There he goes, that stupid robot. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the another ship tour here. All these ships are in Paradiso. So the first ship tour I made, I had the Roman numerals next to the names. Cause at the time, I thought that they mattered, and after I made the video, I read that someone somewhere, I think on probably Reddit or something, someone's saying that after you level up, some of the ships level up with you, therefore they add the Roman numerals and all that. Well, as I was going through all these videos, I just realized at the end of the last one, sometime after I uploaded it, and between this one, that's actually not true. The Roman numerals are there. It's kind of what the person was saying. It's different levels of the ship. So, Roman numeral, say 1, will be probably the base, or maybe no Roman numerals. And then, like, Roman numeral, say 3, will be, like, level 3 of that ship, so they'll have better weapons and stuff like that. So, what happens with these Roman numerals is they might be at a different, like, say they're here at Paradiso, but maybe you can get, what one are we on here? I can't remember, but, say we're, this ship, but it's what was Roman numeral 2 or whatever, so maybe at Neon, it might be Roman numeral 1, and then, like, Red Mile, it could be Roman numeral 4 or whatever. Or they could be 3 all the way across, I don't know. But I have been noticing some of them have been 3 or 2 or 1, or this video it's mainly all 3. There's a couple 2s, maybe 1 or 2. The Roanoke in this one doesn't have any Roman numerals, so it's either it'll be Roanoke. And then there's one, was it IV? That's, sorry, I'm bad with Roman numerals. IV is that 4? Or am I thinking of something different? I don't know, I'm horrible with Roman numerals. So I'm looking at my screen right now, too. There's that Abyss Trekker. I probably slaughtered that name, but that doesn't have any Roman numerals, so that's only 1. The first level of it. But, well, there's a little fun fact, I guess, for you guys. So let's see, Pelican II. You could probably get a Pelican III or a Pelican I, at a different location. Or a Pelican II at multiple locations, I don't know. Or maybe it's just how it spawns, maybe? I'm not sure about that. So maybe, since here the Pelican is available to buy, so maybe it could spawn as a Pelican II or a Pelican III or a Pelican V. I haven't really been able to find too much about it online, so I don't know if it's just because the game is too new, but it's hard to find any info related stuff on these ships, it seems like. I Google it and nothing comes up. Matter of fact, it's kind of funny, I Googled, was it the Atlantis was my first one I did, and after I did that, someone mentioned I missed some, so I was trying to Google search all ships in Atlantis, and my own video popped up. Kind of surprising, since I'm just like a little channel here, but nonetheless appeared, so. But I don't know how that works with their level system here. Yeah, I want to say all the way up to the, what was it? Maybe the Conqueror? Or maybe the Privateer in this video. I think it was a Privateer. You can see with the doorways, I was trying something different, like going through and opening up all the doors, and then going through with the ship. Or I'd open up some of them, do a little tour, go to another spot, open up a bunch. I was doing that like for a few ships, but I decided to go a different route. You'll see here in a few ships further on. I was doing it that way. You know, it was pretty smooth, as you can see. I've just been walking right through, but then it was just, you know, I got a bad memory, so I started getting lost. I couldn't remember if I'd been in that room. So later on, I think it's after the privateer, you'll see me like go to the door. The door will, what you'll see is me continually moving, but the door will be shut and then it will be open, but I'll never stop walking. So I didn't think it looked too bad. I tried it with like a really fast transition. It just didn't look right, so I just left it kind of how it is. We were walking to the door and then well, you know, up to it, and it's going to show it open all of a sudden. This ship's good with power, I'd say. I would probably even add another weapon to it or upgrade what's on there. Depending on how, I'd probably actually add another weapon, maybe missiles or something. So you could take the two away from the grav drive and a little bit off engine, like a missile or something. So this ship, the Civshuttle, and then the Abyss Trekker, pretty much exactly the same, but the part on the other side of the ship you'll see in a second on the Abyss Trekker is like a light blue. It has a little bit different color scheme on this part of the ship as well. But I think the interiors are pretty much the same. They might be a little different, but I think, if I remember correctly, they're just about the same. Yeah, you'll notice going through some of these ships too. So that, kind of like that, how you just seen I was constantly moving. Now that I remember, I did a few ships and I started just picking any ship that came up that I haven't recorded yet. And so the first few ships you've seen were how I was trying at first. And then towards the end of the video, you see a couple other ships that are kind of back to what I was doing a few ships ago. With first couple ships or whatever. So, but then I ended up just going, went back in order of how I wrote them down on my list. Had a little, you know, long list of all the ships that you could buy, just so I knew what to record and all that. I'd buy all the ships and then record them in that order. Let's see how the weapons are in this. Yeah, you got the PAR particle, that's pretty much unlimited. I'll definitely add another weapon. Missiles are shooting 2 at a time. They're decent. They'll probably recharge pretty quick too, so I'd add another gun like a ballistic or something. EM weapon, one of the two. Whatever you favor if you were to buy this ship. Yeah, see, they're pretty much the same ship. That's light turquoise. I think that exterior, I have to go back and actually look at the exterior of the Civshuttle. There's a different color scheme. So I've been thinking about going back. I think it was New Atlantis. What one was after that? After that, I think I did the Sidonia. Them two, I may not have got all the ships. So I've been thinking about, after I've finished all the other locations, going back and I guess redoing them and updating it. Just have it all in there, all the ships. Because I don't think it was till Neon is when I found out that you have to wait a day or 2 or whatever, or 3 or 4 for a new ship to appear, you know, kind of like the regular vendors, how they restock their inventory. But I think it takes a little bit longer for the ships. So what I just do is just run to Venus, sleep for the full 24 hours local time, and it's UT time is like 1,000 hours or something like that. So then I go back to location and they'd have at least one. That's a pain in the butt though. You go there probably the first 2 or 3 times, I'll have all the ships, like everything you could pretty much completely buy it, or all the ships. They might have like 1 or 2 ships that are the same. After you get to the first, like, well, I don't know, maybe we'll say 2 to 3, maybe 4 times. Then every time after that, it'll only have like 1 new ship, 1 new ship, 2 new ships, 1 new ship, 2 new ships, 3 new ships. It bounces all over. So another demo ship here. Them aren't too bad looking. I think I like the Eklund Stroud ships the most. I don't know, there's something about them, they look cool, I guess. Probably my favorite ones. I do like the looks of this ship too, though. This is a pretty small ship. This is pretty much go to crew area, a little desk, table, little tiny kitchen. So yeah, you guys have to let me know down in the comments what do you think is better, doing how I just did it there, where you're continually walking but the door's closed and all of a sudden open. I know it didn't look, I don't think it looks too bad on the eye. Or should I go back to the previous video where I'd kind of be walking to it, do like a quick transition and then it's open? Or should I just walk up to it, let it open up? And I think last video I did the transition just so it moved a little bit quicker, and I think every video before that I just open up the door and let it open. But with how long this video is, it makes it a little quicker to do it like this. But if you guys think it would be better to do it a different way, let me know in the comments. I'm open to suggestions. I'm always looking for ways to improve my videos. So this is the Eklund Stroud ship right here. They all kind of look like this bubbly, or whatever, like bubble figure. Anyways, yeah, I'm always looking for suggestions on how to improve my videos. After all, I am here to entertain you guys, so if you guys think I could be doing something better, definitely let me know. I know using the camera to go around the ships is a lot better than the boost pack. When I'm recording these, I'm usually watching videos on YouTube, so there'll be some of these where I go up to the door and I go to do it how I've been doing it, but I start walking a little too early, so the door will still be opening, but I'm still walking and I don't stop and all that. But I kind of get squirreled, as I call it, by the YouTube video. Yeah, for the most part, all the halves are somewhat the same, throughout all the ships. Some of them don't have certain halves, obviously, but I don't know, they all just look the same to me. This is one of my favorite cockpits. I say I just bumped it down to number 2. There's a ship somewhere through here that I'll mention it when it comes up to it, but I like the most, like the cockpit, or like the captain's chair, I should say. Yeah, I think them were both turrets for this gun. I'd maybe even add in, well, no, because you only got 1 power for a shield, so I'd maybe leave it. This one kind of looks like the Millennium Falcon a little bit. I know, not totally, but to me it kind of reminds me of it. Is this a Eklund Stroud ship or a? I'll think all the Eklund Stroud ships are them bubble-looking ships. Yeah, I think after I'm done with the all the ship tours, I may have a complete delete of the game and reinstall again. As you can see with Vasco earlier, he was stuck to the ship, but the thing is, he's not even supposed to be there. There's some kind of bug in the game. I have him stationed at one of the outposts. I did that just to try to get him out of the video, but he never goes away. Like at the start of these videos when I started doing them, I think the first one or two I didn't think about it, but I had followers following me. Or maybe that was just for one of the little, I think it was the Razor Leaf tour. I know Sam Coe and his daughter, I can't remember his daughter's name, but they were in the Razor Leaf. But I thought I started having them hang back when I did the the ship tours for like the whole location. But then also I was trying to get rid of Vasco, but he never left. Sometimes I could get him to leave, sometimes not. Sometimes I'd get him to leave and he'd come back. He'd just reappear. Is this the hab? Yeah, it's a little tiny kitchen off another main kitchen there. I think some of the one hab that kind of goes with it, I guess. You got the main kitchen, and off that the kitchen area, it's like it could be probably like the captain's quarters or whatever. Kind of looks like, because there's like a few different rooms, like a bedroom, an office, and something else. But then you go through a door and there's like a little kitchen area, bathroom, and on the other side of that door is like a kitchen. Something that looks like this, actually, now I'm thinking about it. The door would be right there to the right, and this would be a window. Like I said, a lot of the habs look the same. Or they're just set up so when you connect something, it'll take something off. And it's like these little squares like you see there on the floor. This one might not be one of them, but they usually, when you connect a hab, it'll take that square out and put a ladder, kind of like that. I think they usually use, I thought it was like a colored square or whatever. Yeah, them bathrooms kind of made more sense to me. The white doors there that just unfolded, because all the other bathrooms, the doors are see-through. I mean, you wouldn't just get just a silhouette, you'd be able to see everything. He's kind of Millennium Falcon-ish. Okay, so this has, I think, just one turret, or maybe two? Some of the missiles they're not a turret. Missiles never are. Yeah, it's just a one turret. Have to see how the lasers are. Take at least one away from the engine, put towards your shield, and see how lasers are. See if they're like unlimited. You maybe take one away. One of your power bars, that is. This one, I don't even know how to pronounce that, so I'm not going to say it. This one kind of reminds me of the X-Wing in a way. I don't know. It's probably just me. Yeah, my next location for filming all the ships is going to be the Red Mile. So, stay tuned for that, I guess. I got so many games to play now, though. I've been playing RoboCop. That's a pretty good game. Actually, the day that I'm doing my vocals for this, I actually released the Let's Play for that. For my first episode for that. It starts off at the second main mission. It's a really fun game. I would recommend it. It's just a regular, action-packed game. Not trying to set any new or do anything new, but it's really fun. A lot of gore. You shoot people in the nuts, and they kind of hold themselves as they're crouching down. They'll eventually just fall over and die. Heads will explode. Legs will explode off. It's pretty cool. There's some graphical issues with it, but not too bad. Yeah, this one you'd have to play around with. Probably take a couple or a few away from the engine, and I'll say maybe one from ballistics. I don't know. Yeah, it is regenerating pretty quick, so maybe one from ballistics and maybe the rest from engine. This ship I may have be with the doorway, how it was for a couple ships I was talking about, where you won't see me opening it or nothing. For whatever, thought maybe it would be a little quicker for me just to pick the next ship in line when I went to the ship person, and then it just started going all over my list and, random. Maybe this isn't going to be like that. I don't know how many ships I did like that in random, so it started being a pain in the ass to keep track of. And there's a bathroom over there. No need to go look at it. I feel like you can see right through it if I look at it here. Yeah, you could see the toilet and everything. So yeah, that's orange right there. That's where a ladder, these two orange little squares, that's where a ladder would be placed if you placed a hab underneath. There is a mod. So if you're in a shipbuilding, you're on PC, I don't think it will work for Xbox. I don't know how their stuff works, but there is a mod where someone created a hab where you can have no stairs. It's like a ramp. So you put down your first hab, put down that ramp hab, and at the top of it you put your other hab and stuff like that, and I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, I didn't download it just because I never really mess with shipbuilding. To me, it's pretty pointless for a ship. Especially because I just ended up getting in the consoles and entering the command to give me I think the first playthrough I set it to like 1,000,000. And then when I stepped through the Unity, I put it to 50,000. Even that was a lot. Never used it all. There's only one time when I went to go gather resources from all my outposts, I was over encumbered. But even then, like, a ship is kind of pointless because, yeah, you're over encumbered, but you can get to your ship, fly, and then just walk to your wherever you're going to store it at. Yeah, see, this only had one weapon. I don't know, I'd maybe definitely look at adding a new weapon to it. At least one more. But I thought about buying one of them, or the cargo hauler ones. Maybe not using the whole weight limit thing like that in the console command. So maybe it would actually make me buy a ship. You know, I think the, what is it, the Kepler R, and then there's the Kepler S, I believe, depending on how you do the mission, what you say. I did the mission, after you do the mission with, for Walter Stroud, the main mission that is, after you get back from Neon City and doing all that mission, he'll want to talk to you, you talk to him, and his mission is to go and talk to his development team. And depending on what your choices are to say is what ship you'll get. So you get I got the Kepler R. So I think that's a little bit more of like a, oh, whatchamacallit. Oh shoot, I just noticed. Okay. Thought the ballistics energy was down. Anyway, the Kepler R, I think that's a one of them cargo ships, but it doesn't hold a lot like them big ones. But it holds a good amount, I think. I have to look. But yeah, after I did that, I got that ship. I found that depending on how you answered is what ship you got, and the Kepler R is the better of the two. Because the Kepler S, I think it is, has no weapons on it, and I think it actually carries a little bit less. So it's actually a worse ship all around. So I was like, alright, cool, I guess I picked the right one. Like, to get the Kepler R, you have to say, what was it? Maybe one of the choices, tell them to kind of make a sacrifice, take one thing out or something like that. And then you'll get the Kepler R. And then if you want the Kepler S, I think you say, oh, well, we got to do something, got to take a lot out or something like that. Can't remember the choices, it's been a while. Because they're trying, I guess, like the thing is they're trying to get it approved, their designs or something like that. So all I know is I did I made the choice to tell the manager or whoever the hell she was to tell everyone to take one thing off of their design list or whatever that they think that they would have to get rid of, or just take one thing off. I think the other one was something about taking a lot of stuff off, like going bare minimum pretty much or something like that. I mean, if you did the mission, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't do the mission, then once you see the dialogue choices, you'll know. I think there's only like 2 or 3 things you can pick from, maybe 4, but the other 2 maybe wouldn't progress through the speech lines unless you picked one of them 2. Three missiles, 1 turret, or 2 weapons, 1 turret. So I'd probably still add a weapon, maybe. Because you're only 1 shy for the shield. Nah, I guess you'd have to see what the particle does, how fast it recharges, how many shots you get out of it. Is it unlimited with fully charged? Oh yeah, another thing I'm seeing too was the prices. That's another thing. I was like, why is this so much more? And the prices were going up. Obviously, it's because it's a level 3 mule, whereas another location could be like a level 2, so it'll be a little bit cheaper. And another thing I tried here and there throughout the video was whenever I go up to a ladder, instead of doing a transition like I would, since usually the ladders just go up to one of them one by one rooms, start looking through that and doing another quick transition. I didn't think it looked too good in my opinion, but so what I try to do in some of them is just going to the ladder beside it and just doing like a jump cut. So I went up the ladder, down the ladder, whatever it was, and then, you know, I'd be there. So far it's been looking alright. A little bit better than two transitions right next to each other. Yeah, this one you could definitely upgrade your weapons and possibly add another one. Yeah, the particle's already fully recharged. Or hell, you could maybe even add a couple more, like one more particle cannon on the other side of the ship somewhere. I think this might be considered one of them, like, cargo type ships. I'm not sure though. Because I know it's a bigger ship. I guess not all. What are these ships? Eklund, Stroud, or Stroud, Eklund? Not all of them. I like the ones like the Hammerhead and the Mako, where they got the bubble look to it. These ones are okay, but it's just a big block. Oh, yeah, I think I got sidetracked, but another reason why I'm probably going to have to do a full delete and reinstall again is, I don't know if it's just me or the game itself, but I've been noticing like the floor and sometimes the wall's been like glitching out looking. I just did it when I was first started talking. It's not doing it everywhere, but it wasn't doing it last time I played, I think. I don't know if it was a mod that I had installed and then deleted. Which a new mod did just come out not too long ago. That's pretty good. If you guys like exploring planets, you can, if you download it, you can fast travel to a POI even if it's undiscovered. I downloaded it, it works, but it was taking away my simple HUD mod that I have, but I might actually go ahead and re-download that fast travel thing. Just because the simple HUD, all of that does is, for your scanner, it takes away that huge circle. Makes it, you know, there's, I think, just the crosshair with like a little tiny circle in the middle or whatever, and it moves the fauna and flora and resource box from the middle of your screen up to the top right. Which this should be there anyway, but I don't know, I'm still undecided. I don't really use the scanner too much. I don't really go around scanning things. Kinda sucks. I pretty much found it pointless just to scan a few of the same things. I'd definitely take one away from the engine to get your shield all the way up. You could probably even upgrade, say, maybe your missiles, add another one or something. Maybe your ballistics. I'd say maybe the missiles, just because of my recharging slower. And then take away from your engine a little bit. Yeah, speaking, I guess, of them POIs, I think, I'm trying to think if I had all this stuff recorded. I may have. I don't know, it was before I had all this edited. I ended up sitting down and actually going to play this game a little bit just on my normal playthrough, and I want to go explore like planets and stuff, something I never do. And I was like, oh, you know what? Just for the hell of it, I guess I'll go do it. Well, in I think in 30 minutes, I went to 5 different planets that I was playing. I think I was playing for roughly 30 to 45 minutes until I got sidetracked on doing something else. But I was just trying to find a planet to go explore some, abandoned mines or whatever, the oil rigs or whatever they are, and kill some enemies that were there and just loot. It kind of turned out to be rather disappointing and pointless. Just goes to show, to say that, like everyone's been saying, this game is, like for the exploration thing, is just not there. Just bland. All 5 planets I went to, they all looked exactly the same. Same color, same landscape, same POIs. They were all natural or hazardous, and they were all the same. I was like, wow. And then, of course, I was just jumping around, not really knowing. I jumped to this 1-star system. I'm sure you guys probably know it, Crix. Didn't know what that was. I just picked any star system when I didn't read, didn't even know what was there. So I get there and I'm just getting attacked by all the Crimson Fleet. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I kill like 5 of them, and there's 5 more. They kept on appearing, and finally they all, I got them all. But of course, I would have died probably countless times if I didn't have the ship cheats enabled. But then came to find out that's where the key is. I had no idea. I just started playing through the Crimson Fleet quest line, and it was sometime last week, so this is Sunday, so maybe it was this week. So this should come out like on probably a Wednesday-ish, I'm guessing. So if that is the case and you're watching on a Wednesday of release, it'd been the week before. I was going through the Crimson Fleet quest line. So far, I'd say that's maybe the best. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I did the free star. That one was okay. Not a lot of action in it. The UC Vanguard, there's a good storyline. Not a whole lot of action. I remember talking to the console for what seemed like to be hours. Your first mission, go here, see what's going on, you fight that Terramorph, and then you go back and whatnot. Talk to, what's his name? And he tells you to go either start the Crimson Fleet quest line or go wherever it was, I can't remember. I don't remember a whole lot of action in that one either, until like the end. I think there were them. Yeah, them are the only 2. I just started the Crimson Fleet, and I haven't touched the Ryujin or whatever it is. But I heard that's pretty boring as well, so we'll just pretty much go here, get coffee, go here, do this, go here, do that. But I think I read somewhere that you get that mind control thing. I heard that actually is like the only thing that will carry over if you step through the Unity. So I'm like, that's kind of cool. It makes sense though if it's in your head. How are they going to... Well, I guess if you're supposed to be reborn, it would make sense to not have it, but I don't know. Any of you guys watching have done that main or that faction quest line and stepped to the Unity, let me know if you still have it or not. But so I still need to do that quest line and finish the Crimson Fleet. Next one's gonna be a turret. Yeah, definitely take some away from the engine, and maybe you could even do 1 or 2 away from laser to get your shield all the way up. Laser revived or whatever really quick. Yeah, I think this is another Eklund Stroud. Yep. There's the little name tag. Or whatever you want to call it. Here comes another reason why I might try deleting everything. Right there. There's a mod that just came out recently. I tried to get it to work. It's ESM to be able to use these little detainer spots, whatever they're called, detainer habs or jail cells. I couldn't get it to work though. I have problems with the ESM and ESL, is it? I see a lot of ESM, so the mods, like I had 2 mods working through the plugins with the ESM, but all of a sudden they stopped working, so I don't know what the hell's going on. But I tried to get this one to work and it wouldn't work, and so what you're supposed to be able to do is if you have the oh, what's that weapon type, you can shoot someone and it just knocks them out. You get one at the, I think your first, no, you get one if you do the UC Vanguard when the Terramorphs attack Atlantis. You'll pick one up after you come down the elevator. You'll pick one of them up. EM weapon, is it? Anyway, so you'll shoot them, knock them out, and then you can go up to them and push like the E button to talk to them, and there'll be an option to put in your jail cell. And then you can go into the jail. I think they said, the modder said, turn them in for your bounty. You'll get, I think, a little bit more money and everything that they have on them, like their armor and their weapons and stuff, as like a bonus. But I couldn't get it to work. I was like, oh, that sucks. And obviously, you'd be doing the bounty missions. That's where you would use that at. When you go to the board, it says, oh, go here and kill this person. Instead of killing them, you use that EM weapon, and it would put them in your jail cell. That was another good mod, I'd say, to have. But the other 2 that I had working were always protecting suit. So, and you know how right now you got a spacesuit on, but it doesn't protect you from anything. You'll still get that symbol up there, and if you're outside for too long, it will give you a infliction. You go over like the little steam vents or whatever, and it would start killing you. Well, this mod would actually make it like a true spacesuit. You could be outside as long as you want. Nothing would ever hurt you. It would still pop up in your little HUD down at the lower left with that symbol, but it wouldn't give you any afflictions. You could go over one of them steam vent things, and it wouldn't hurt you. Something that should have been in the game to begin with, like have to have a suit on to go outside, which would make sense. But since they didn't do what they were going to do, you know, they probably cut it out. The whole having like multiple spacesuits to go in multiple different types of environments, which would be a cool idea. But since they didn't do that, they should have just done away with their little system of giving you an infliction. Just if you have your spacesuits on, you'd be fine. If not, it would give you the infliction maybe. Or I think you take your helmet off. If you're outside, your oxygen meter goes down, don't it? It turns orange or something. Which was a little weird. I thought you'd think you take your helmet off, it would just pretty much kill you. Like real space would. But I don't know. And then there was another ESM mod that I downloaded that I had working that when you get ships that have like the cargo bays, like how they're not useful in the game, like vanilla, what the hell? Forgot that was stuck there. Anyway, so they're kind of, in a vanilla game, they're useless, but you get into that mod, if you have a ship that has the cargo holds, then that makes them useful. You can add like storage to your ship. I had it working, it was pretty good. But then, like all my other ESM mods, they just stopped working. Or most of them I couldn't get to work. I think there's only like two. Them two are the only ones I could get to work. So I don't know what's going on. But yeah, this is my favorite cockpit. Actually, it doesn't go 100% good with any ship that I've seen so far. But this one I don't think was too bad. I just think because, you know, the back corners on, you know, left and right of, like, as we're looking out to left and right, like the outsides, like it just kind of curves, goes straight back, and it cuts straight towards, you know, like us here or whatever. There was anything kind of like to make it look flush with whatever's the head behind it. I think the head behind it was skinnier, a little bit skinnier. Pretty much unlimited ballistas here. You probably take one away for your shield, one engine. Check out the particle beam, see how that is for the turret. It looks like it's a pretty good upgraded particle beam, so turret, so you can probably take a couple energy from it. I will say there, I like how, like you go up them stairs there, it actually looks like you're walking up. I see there are some little graphical defects. I don't know if you've seen it when I was walking through the door. They're kind of on the walls. There's one on the floor. Yeah, there's another mod. I watched a video. I can't remember who, but I watched a video on YouTube. Someone talking about some stuff, and they said this mod was out for some kind of survival and difficulty level thing or something. I can't remember what he said the name of the mod was, but I looked for it. You know, like on Nexus Mods, where all the mods are at, and I didn't find it. So he didn't have a link to it. Like, it's not that I noticed. I'll have to relook, but I thought that'd be pretty cool to play through. From what he was saying, you're supposed to you'd actually have to eat and drink and sleep, and there's some other stuff too to it. I think he said if you didn't sleep, you would, what was it, something about the XP. It would actually, I think, decrease the amount of XP you would get. So opposite, obviously, if you did sleep. That'd be kind of cool too, and then have to drink water and food and all that. That would actually make outpost a little more useful, because you go find one with water and set up an outpost there and mine water, and you have pretty much unlimited water. Food would be a little more tricky, I guess. You can do crafting stuff, but you still have to find the supplies or buy, or you could just buy the stuff, I guess, too. have something to spend your credits on, I guess. Water and food. Yeah, I like this little ship. It's a cool fighter. The weapons I don't think are too powerful on it. It's one of them Eklund Stroud ships I was talking about, like the bubble. They just go around it or whatever. For 3 bars, it's got a pretty good, must be a upgraded missile. Shooting out quite a bit of them. See, I'm not really sure, like, what all the energy bars mean. Because usually, you know, 3, I thought that would have been like a lower level. But it's recharging decently, and it had a lot of missiles to shoot out, so I don't know. Another Eklund Stroud. I was going to mess with the ships, but decided not to, I guess. Just because all the ships I had I never really needed anything different because I barely came across any fights, so. Of course, when I fast travel to a system, I usually fast travel down to the planet, so I guess I don't give it time. Of course, if there's going to be any fighting going on, it would be instantly for that. It's usually anything else you gotta wait, you know, a few seconds. Like for someone to come and try to hail you or whatever happens. But I think, you know, when the Crimson Fleet or something are there, or Ecliptic or whoever's there to try to fight you, they'll be there instantly. See, I think this is the longest one yet. I think the last video I put out was it Neon? No. Shoot, what was the last one? I don't know, I can't remember. All I know is it was hour and 20-ish minutes. New Homestead was the last one. I think it was about an hour and 20-ish minutes or so. So this one had a few more ships in it. At least a few longer ships, maybe, I don't know. Or bigger ships. I think New Homestead, I think all the footage I had recorded was, I think, just over 3 hours, I believe. And this one was 3.5 hours, I think, altogether. And I usually I hit the record button when I'm at the front of the ship on the outside with the camera. And where I end the recording is after the boost, when it kind of comes back. Runs out of boost, you'll see the ship come back a little bit. That's when I usually end the recording, so keeps it a little bit shorter, less space, I guess. Than having to record all the choosing the ship and all that. Going to it, getting ready, you know, putting my character where I need them to, and get the camera out, and a lot easier too when I'm editing too. I don't have to edit all that out. think there's 36 ships, was it, in this one? I can't remember. I don't have my list in front of me, so I can't count. Well, I guess I got my screen that has them all, so... $39, unless I'm counting wrong. There's a couple little clips in here that aren't the ship recordings that I have. Just my little outro thing that I made, and a couple little things. Stuff to set up the editing stuff for the resolution and frame rate and all that. What do they call this? Timeline settings. You know, a good powered ship there. You could probably add a weapon. I guess you got the little things flickering there too. I don't know if that's just me or what. It could be the game. This game gets buggy. But yeah, another thing that I realized too when I was thinking about the whole, like I was saying earlier with the ship levels, another thing that made me realize that whatever that person said was wrong about leveling up with your character. You know, besides if that was true, like you'd have like an Endeavor 3 or 800 or whatever the level was at every single location, not like Endeavor 2, Endeavor 3, or whatever. Because when I first started doing this, after that first one, someone mentioned that, you know, in the comments, I pinned it, that I was missing a few ships. I thought maybe you had to be a certain level. Because I think he said that, and I read something online. I came across a forum trying to figure out, you know, how many ships there are in all of the locations. And so when they said the ships level up with you, I was like, okay, well maybe to get these ships up here, you got to be a certain level. But so I just took and saved like the same character from like my first playthrough or whatever. I saved this up, but then I added I made him a level 800 character. So I was like, okay, everything should appear. So then I started going on, and then it started dawning on me, well, they're not appearing. So I think that's when I started going to fast traveling to Venus to sleep. I think that was probably the Deimos Starship yards when I first started doing that, if I remember correctly. So I googled it. I kept on sitting in a chair and waiting for 2 days, and nothing was. The dude's inventory wasn't replenishing or changing or anything, getting restocked or whatever. So someone mentioned going to Venus, so I ended up going there. I slept for like the 1 day or whatever. Went back, and that's when everything was getting restocked or whatever you want to call it. Different ships were appearing. Well, even though I don't know if the Deimos Starship ever did after I got whatever ships I had. Maybe they did, I can't remember. So maybe setting my character to that high of a level maybe messed with it, I don't know. Because I didn't notice it in my regular save. But of course that was before I started recording majority of this, maybe all of it, I can't remember. I may have recorded it all this after. Yeah, I think now I'm thinking about it, I think I did play a little bit just to play, and then I think the next day I sat down when I was done working to start recording some stuff while I was out. Which I was going to mention at the beginning of the video, you'll see the first few ships, the screen had the black bar up further. Thinking when I'm out on the road, I record from a laptop, so I think, well, I know I had a setting in the OBS. I had a extra box check, so I had to have it set to my main canvas is 2560 by 1600, and then I have it downscale at the 2560 1440. But then the video settings and stuff under recording, I had it another box check going to the rescale it to 1440, which I thought I had it checked before, but apparently I didn't, because it was recording it weird, as you guys seen. So yeah, when I come home, I hook my laptop up to I got a 4K monitor, but I run it at 1440, so when I'm recording, so I set the monitor to 1440, and I go in OBS and I set everything to my canvas is 1440, so I don't have to have it downscale. Should be a little bit easier on the system. I thought about checking this game out in 4K, but with how unoptimized it is, I don't even think I'm going to. I mean, it looks good in 1440 and all that, so I don't know what kind of frame rate I would get. I know I can turn the what's that, FSR bullcrap off, and I think it actually gives me a performance boost. So I want to say I turned it off, and then, of course, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it gives me a performance boost, but it doesn't hurt it or help it any. I said that because I was in one of them planets I was talking about where I was searching around trying to find somewhere to search, but it was just, the barren planet every time. I was in one of them planets, and I started messing with it a little bit. And I was at, I think 70 frames per second, and then I turned it off, the FSR off, and I was still at 70 frames per second. I know they're getting ready to come out with another patch to add to the game, the DLSS, but I don't know how much that's even gonna help any, because it's not optimized at all for PC, so I don't know if it's gonna really make any point. It should have been there to begin with, but games these days coming out unfinished. The only reason why I say it's unfinished game or unoptimized, if you guys that are on PC, if you're on console playing on Xbox, then it's unoptimized. And the way is, I know that because I could have it on high settings or ultra settings, whatever it may be. Any PC player could probably tell you this. You could have it on high settings, say, and go down to medium settings, and your frame rate will change a whole whopping 0 up or down. When I first got the game, I was trying to optimize it, get good frame rate and everything, make sure I had 60 or more, at least at 60, just for recording purposes, and I'd put it to low, high, medium. My frame rate never changed. It maybe went down if I went higher, but you know, not much. I guess going in Atlantis City, that's where I've really seen a bump. If I go from like high to ultra, it would go down to like 30 frames, 20 frames. I'd hit that back down to like high or whatever and go back up to like 50. But like I was just saying, going in the planet there, I turned off the FSR and it didn't change my frame rate at all. I started boosting the graphics settings up higher and it didn't really change it at all either. So I'm like, huh, nothing really looked different on screen either. Of course, it's hard to tell when everything looks the same. There's not really anything to add to a barren land. I probably have to go in the city to see all that, but then, you know, going to the city, frame rate will just tank down to 20 or 30 FPS. You know, which is funny too, because when I first got the game, a mod came out that all this stuff you see on the table gets rid of it. All the useless stuff that you can't use or sell to get money, it got rid of all the junk, like all the cards, anything you see on that table. It'll only keep like weapons or stuff that you could pick up to sell, useful stuff, like, you know, like stuff like that, or resources, or maybe a mission objective thing you had to pick up, like a snow globe or something. That was mentioned. I don't know what that is, but even with all that stuff gone, you know, that didn't have as much stuff to render in, and still didn't really improve, I don't think. So I guess in the I'm thinking about it, in the cities, the FSR did help. Now that I'm thinking about it, so I came here to start recording. I would just check my frame rate. It was like getting choppy looking and all that. It was dipping down in I think the 30s. So I had to turn that back on and do a bunch of stuff to get it at least around 60 for the video. I like to have my games or my videos all in 60 frames per second, and I do record, like I was saying, 1440. So if you got a 1440 monitor, you'll be able to see it in 1440. If you got a 1080, it'll be there too, obviously. The only thing that won't be in 1440 on my channel is if I do anything with the PS5. Because I don't have a what are them things called, a capture card. I just use the built-in capturing stuff for the PS5, which is not bad. It's just it puts it out in a file type that DaVinci Resolve can't handle or whatever. And I tried to download some programs that would convert it, like a converter or whatever, that would convert it from the what. I'm trying to think of it's right there, the whatever type of file it was, to a MKV or MP4 or whatever. But it just, when I did it, it would just downgrade the video quality like tremendously. Everything looked washed out and wasn't as dark as it was in my footage. And I think the only thing I uploaded from, well, there was a couple games I guess I uploaded from the PS5. I did a couple videos. I ended up scrapping that from the Dead Space because probably a little past its prime, I guess. Because it came out at the beginning of the year. I got the PS5 and that game, I think, summertime. springtime, I don't know. I was trying a series, since I beat the game, I beat it on impossible difficulty, so I had the foam finger gun and all that. I was trying to, little episodes, what weapons you guys like me to see, go through it. Like I put up a little poll, but you know, no one ever really voted. Like one time, one person did, so I made the video. I put up another poll for the 3rd chapter, and after a couple of weeks, I just took it down and scrapped it. So them are still there if you want to see it. First one was obviously with the plasma cutter, just because that's the only one you could pick. Until I think towards the end of that chapter you could pick a weapon, but I did a little 60-minute gameplay. I think it was Synapse and Until You Fall, and that what's that Lemming game called? It reminds me of Lemmings, if you guys know what that game is. I don't know, it's on PS5, it's for PC as well. It's a little, you can do it flat or VR, where you have to get the people from humankind or something like that, from one point to the next. It's an art game if you're into the puzzle type of game. But I haven't really touched my PS5 in a while. I mainly bought it for the VR, and the game actually came out, I think, just after Halloween. I think I might play a little bit here in the next couple days. Tomorrow morning I'll probably put my vocals into this and edit it. And then once I start running it through its final tests, I guess you could call it, where make sure it's not too loud so YouTube doesn't mess with the sound and make everything sound all weird and like crap. Do that, so it's what, an hour and 40 minutes, so while it's doing that I'll probably get on and play a little bit of that VR game that came out, the Vampire the Masquerade Justice. Heard it was pretty good, it looked pretty good. I've been wanting to check it out. Yeah, another game that came out just before it was the I think it was supposed to be like a Dead Space like knockoff or whatever. God, what's it called? I can't even remember now. It's horrible though. From what I've seen, like I think I played for, I didn't get out of the first cutscene, but I remember it's like the ship, or maybe it was the camera was going through this, like down lower to the planet, and there's like these spiky things, and they're creating a shadow. So you're on the shadow side of it, but as you're coming up to it, the shadows just kind of started, I guess you call it popping out. Usually you see pop in of graphics, but they're popping out. And then I got to where like the ship went around this planet, and then I had to go do something, so I didn't really get anywhere in it. And then I just Google searched it, or maybe just got on YouTube to see reviews about it, see if there's anyone else experiencing graphical issues, and holy cow. Like every review and everything said about the game was just horrible. Oh, what is that? It's gonna bug me now. It's that the team of developers, which in my mind would be bad developers since they were playing to the console war bullshit. You're a firefighter, I think. I can't remember. I'm sure you guys are probably saying out loud, oh, it's this game. But you're supposed to be in space and all that. Look, from like, I've seen a few videos, and I was like, oh, this looks like it might be pretty cool. And I mean, I've watched some gameplay from like reviews and stuff. I'm like, oh, it just looks like bland and unpolished, unfinished. So I haven't even touched it. It's gonna bother me until I figure it out. Quantum Error. So yeah, they named their game perfectly. It was a quantum error to put that game out. Yeah, if I go back to delete the whole game again, I think that would make it the third or fourth time I've done it. Trying to think. Yeah, I think it'd be the third time. It's the first time I was having some mod gave me an issue with like the jetpack. So I was trying to get rid of it, but it turns out that mod was in your save file, so I couldn't get rid of it. But then after I re-downloaded everything, my Vortex wasn't working. Well, Vortex wasn't working with like any mod pretty much. There's a few mods that worked with the download, so I had a manual download. So I'm like, okay. I ended up, when I had deleted it the first time for like the Vortex, I didn't go and uninstall everything. I just, under like the Vortex menu or whatever, I just went in to Steam and said uninstall game, deleted all the stuff off my C drive. So then when I came back, nothing was working for Vortex. I had to manually install everything, which was okay, I guess, but it's easier to use like a mod manager of some sort to keep track of everything. Like all the mods you have and for updates as well. But, so then I was like, okay, I'm going to delete this again. I played for, I think, a little bit, and I ended up deleting everything again. This time first, deleting everything off the Vortex, mod menu thing, or whatever, your little screen, Vortex screen. Delete everything off that, uninstalled. Made sure everything was deleted out of there, out of the documents section. And then, was it the local folder where the percent app data percent thing, where your Windows are. So the local folder, I deleted all the Starfield stuff out of there. So then I downloaded and I started downloading everything through the Vortex manager, and stuff was starting to work. So then so after that I ended up oh yeah, so this is what I was saying right here, the little cockpit like chair. I think I like this little setup the best. I think it might be my number one here. Anyway, oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Got squirreled. But yeah, so I might try to delete everything. I don't know. Some mods I might just leave out, some I might try. I actually got a couple of mods that I'm using that you're not seeing on screen. Is the HUD here, instead of like showing you the speed and all this, like this little circle thing you're seeing, I have it like the ultra spicy setting or whatever, so you'll see the bars on the left and right for your speed, and the right side is your boost. You'll just see the little bars there. That's it. I think bars will, instead of the line going up and down, you'll just see the bars, I believe, go up and down. Pretty cool. And then I use the infinite boost, but that gives infinite boost to the ship as well, so I disable that just for the video sake. If I do it, then I don't know. Honestly, I'll re-download all the stuff that actually makes the game look better, like the natural LUTs. It takes all that awful haze and green haze and stuff off the screen. Then was it the Starfield HD project reworked or whatever it's called, that and that EXE one that changes textures, like the fire and all that. I don't know if that all them plugin mods are just not working because they're being conflicted by other mods. I don't know. But there's no other it doesn't seem like that's why they're not working. So it was weird. Just some of them would work, some of them wouldn't. And now it's like I can't get any of them to work now. So maybe if I do delete it, then... I mean, I guess I could still delete it and then come back to it. I have my save file, obviously. Yeah, I definitely backed that up. Especially if you go to delete the game, have to reinstall it, back up your files. Don't rely on Steam, because I don't know why their backup system seems to be garbage. It's the first time I had to delete my game and redo it. I think when I did it, I was at like level 51. And then I deleted everything, went back to it, got all my mods back and everything working. Well, actually, no. I didn't do that yet. So I had to go into the game itself. Well, I'd download some mods. I'd go in the game to check, make sure they're working everything, and they were working correctly and everything. But Steam didn't do its job, and when I re-downloaded it and downloaded my save files from it or whatever, it automatically does it for you, I guess. But it was at like a level 47, I think. So it was a while, a while before I was so pissed. I had to do a lot of stuff. I had to rebuild all of my outposts that I had. Which I only had outposts because I have the mod where you can craft ammo. Which is a hell of a lot easier than buying all ammo up that a vendor has, waiting for 2 days, going back, buying all their ammo up again when they only hold, like, 50 rounds or whatever it is. You just make ammo. So I'd make outposts for that. What you need for that mod, which is like copper, iron, what else? Lead. Different ammunition called for different stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I've been hearing that modders are having a hard time with this game. I don't know if the engine that they're on or something. I know they can't do a lot of mods right now. They gotta wait for the creation tools, but I guess there's been some stuff coming out with like just their engine or how the game is set up. It's just modders are like getting into it and saying that it's just really, really hard. And like, I don't know, like the videos I've been watching saying that the modders have been saying that they may not even be able to really mod too much with the game when the creation kit comes out, but I hope that ain't true. Because y'all know, if you're a long-time Bethesda fan, we need the modders. At least with this game. I'll be able to add to it. I mean, Fallout 4, 3, 4, and then Skyrim. I mean, I enjoyed all of the 3 of them games. And I played them all without mods too, so... I think Skyrim, I started playing with mods like towards the end. When they had mods on console. I think Fallout 4 I checked it out a little bit, but I think by the time mods came to it, I had stopped playing the game. I've already beaten it and all that, but then obviously, Skyrim, they came out with like 2 editions for each console they've came out with since they've released it, so I bought the one of the special editions for I think the PS4, and I ended up getting into the mods with that one a little bit. But I already had played the game and thought it was great without mods, so and I just, this game is just, it's one of them typical what people say, gotta have modders to fix their game. This one would be the one I would agree with. That we need modders to fix the game. I'm not saying this game is horrible, but it's missing a lot. I do enjoy playing for the most part, but I've been getting a little bit bored of it here and there. I know last ship video I said I was going to take a break from it for a while and just put it down and still continue coming out with these ship tours and all that, obviously, but not really play for myself or whatever you want to call it. But seen a video and wanted to get back in it. That's what came about, that a whole exploring for 30 minutes and then jump into another system and fighting the Crimson Fleet because I didn't know where I was at. Yeah, so I can only imagine what the state of this game would have been in if they would have released it last year and how bad it would have been. How much did they add in since then? How much did they cut to get it out when they did, a month ago? You could tell that stuff should have been there that they've cut out. Shoot, Modder was able to get into their files, and it looks like they may have possibly were going to give us a chance to build our own star. Star. What are them things called? Like the eye, and then like the key star ships, whatever they're called. Anyway, build something like that. You're docking like the Deimos Star Yard. Our own Star Yard. There we go. Hopefully they'll do something with these updates and they'll do them a lot quicker than once a month. I don't think we've gotten an update since the beginning of October, was it? And this one that's going to be coming out probably after Thanksgiving sometime. Right now it's in beta. They're having all the players test their game again, which their testers should be doing that, not us. Sorry guys, I'm not trying to complain, but who else am I supposed to get all my frustrations out on? Yeah, I was, when they were going through all the directs, Todd's all exploration. I was pumped. I was like, hell yeah. All this exploration on planets and stuff, and then I get to it and it's like, huh, nothing really to explore. So this is the cockpit I was saying is probably my favorite, like the cockpit chair at least, but this cockpit is pretty cool, but as small as it is, it does not go with this huge ship. At least not in my opinion. But anyway, so I don't know. They're talking about, oh, it'll take you a while to fully explore a planet. I'm like, well, actually kind of does take a while. Just because you'll go to one of their generated seas and it might only have like 1 out of 7 of the fauna and maybe 2 out of 6 of the flora or whatever, so then you have to jump to another seed and then it might have 1 more, or it could have all of them there, and you have to scan them 7, 8, 9, 10 times, everything. But I end up downloading a mod where I can just scan one of the things once and it's completed. I mean, some of the planets were pretty cool to walk around and check out. There wasn't really anything structural wise to check out. There's like maybe some ponds and some trees and some dinosaur looking things walking around. But after exploring enough and coming across the same stuff over and over again. It kind of got old. So then I just stuck to like doing mission stuff, and then, like I said, I still gotta go through the Crimson Fleet, finish that up, and then Ryujin, or however you pronounce that. Gotta do their quest line. And then, of course, are the bazillion side quests I gotta do, maybe. It's like every time I walk past one person, it's like I get a new side quest pop up. It's like, holy crap, can't I breathe for a second? Gives me anxiety. It's like, holy crap, I gotta do all this stuff now. So I just like the chair and like the surrounding, like the little windows set up and stuff, I guess. Cockpit, the little chair thing, the display is a little small, but still looks pretty cool. I think it's the first, this will be the first time I've came across this cockpit. If I did in the other ship tour videos, I just forgot about it or didn't really realize. It's like missiles on top and bottom. I don't know if them are the missile launchers though. Yeah, it's 10:30. That's where I'm at. At the time of editing this video, I'm almost done. I got another 6 minutes ago, it says. Yeah, I have my phone set up to go on like do not disturb. Turns on and off at certain times. Try to stay at the same schedule every day, but I'm on an off day, so I don't have to go to work tomorrow. One thing I have to do is get up in the morning and get the kids ready for the bus. Yeah, so far this video, I guess I'll be doing a little bit better with commentary, I guess. I mean, the last video I was pretty quiet. You know, I'm a pretty quiet guy as it is, and I have a hard time trying to think of stuff to say for commentary. I know the last ship tour was a new homestead or whatever. There was pretty big gaps. I think I've been pretty much talking through this whole thing. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you'd rather me shut up a little bit more, then let me know. Or if this is fine through the whole thing, then cool. Either way, let me know. I'm always looking for suggestions and feedback. After all, I'm here to entertain you guys, so. And help you guys out too, I guess, with tutorials and stuff that I come out with, and these ship tours so you can see what all the ships look like before you buy them. Dullahan. I like this ship too. Of course, it's that Eklund Stroud round look to it. I still think I have the that Eklund Stroud Star Yard to go to yet. That's one of the 4. I have Red Mile, Eklund Stroud Star Yard, the Key, and I can't remember the last one. The Key I think I'm gonna save for last. I don't know. It probably doesn't really matter what order I put it in, but put it out in or whatever. Some jailed cells, I bet you that they were gonna put something in the code or whatever when they're making a game that then we're actually would be able to be used, but they probably had to cut it out or whatever to get the game out when they wanted to. But another thing with their Ryujin or whatever Industries quest line, I've been kind of, I guess, hesitant on even doing that one because I guess there's a quest blocking bug or whatever. And I guess in this next patch they're coming out with the DLSS and all that, they're coming out with a bunch of bug fixes for quest lines, but not that one. So here you actually gotta either delete your save file and start all over, or I guess wait for them to fix it. Continue on in the game, maybe. I don't know if it's just you can do anything else in the game that like completely freezes you out, or something that locks you out of that quest line until you delete or they fix it or whatever. But I think I also heard the one with the Crimson Fleet as well. There's a bug on that, and I'm currently doing that, so maybe I might wait to continue on until they come out with this DLSS patch to continue on, just so I can make sure I don't get bugged. Alright guys, well that's it for the ship tour video here for this one. I think the next one I'm going to do is Red Mile, it's called, right? So stay tuned for that one, and if you guys like this video, you guys know what to do. So we'll see you in the next one.